Hey everyone, and it is time for yet another epic battle replay, and this one's going to involve one of my favorite destroyers, Akatsuki. It is a tier 9 fight, although the only tier 9 ships seem to be the St. Louis and Baltimore. So that leaves the rest of us, pretty much at tier 7 or tier 8. Not a big problem for Akatsuki. She seems to do pretty well when up-tiered. Some destroyers don't, though. So definitely something worth keeping in mind. Akatsuki is by far my favorite Japanese destroyer, especially in this tier range. Shimikaze is really good. Yugamo is really good. Kagero is okay. But Akatsuki is just a lot of fun. She combines a lot of things that I liked about the old Fubuki. And Fubuki, her second hull, the first upgrade hull, you kept all 6 of your guns, but you still had the good option for the good torpedoes. Well, since the Japanese destroyer split, you've lost that rear turret entirely. So Akatsuki brings it back, and you've got good guns, you've got reasonably good stealth, you've got great torpedoes with a fast reload, and you've got the tier 7 upgrade slot. So it makes for a really fun ship. The map is, I think the Atlantic, is the name of the map. Normally on this map, I don't advocate going anywhere near A, but we're going to try it. We're going to see what happens here, and we'll go from there. Now, this battle ends up being a pretty good battle. However, there was a lot of damage potential left on the table, and I spent the majority of this match really only using the torpedoes, and I'm sure Destroyer Kiyoshima will be really happy with that, but this was an unusual game for me to do this well with just using torpedoes, basically. Now, we do use guns, and we do use guns to successfully bait people. We'll get there. We'll talk about it. So we're down here at A with absolutely zero support at the moment, and generally speaking, this would be the first sign to get the heck out of Dodge, but we're gonna figure this out because there's only 2 destroyers. Normally, destroyers are gonna go A, B on this, so we know at least one of them's coming my way. The question is which one. Now, our Błyskawica is up there at B. And, Bismarck. Well, so far so good. Only a single battleship is coming in our way. And, we could launch these guys at about, probably about 12k, 11, 12k, and chances are he'll run into them. So, looks like that's what we will do. And I'm launching these in a pretty wide spread that way if he decides to turn, because our Charles Martel is certainly coming in this way. That way, if he decides to turn, we have plenty of opportunity to get him to, get him, for lack of a better phrase. See my torpedo video for more information on that. Now, we've captured A, and now would be the perfect time to go ahead and start engaging this Bismarck, but chances are his hydro is up, and I will not be able to get him to turn, but you will see I don't. And, again, damage potential lost here, especially with how close he was to hitting. Yeah, trying to check, but yep, so close. All I would have needed him to do is turn just a little bit more towards me, and we would have got him. And because there's a destroyer in the cap that I did notice before leaving the cap. Now, the obvious, and this is a perfect example of knowing where enemy ships are coming from, that situational awareness stuff that we talked about. This is a perfect example of that. I knew that the Sims was coming from that area. He's gonna smoke up right there. Oh my, don't. Oh my. This is a terrible idea for him, but it's a fantastic idea for me. And again, we've got a distracted Bismarck. We are within his secondary range if he's fully spec'd for it, but he's gonna have to get his secondaries target on me. But we'll engage. We're gonna engage. This Charles Martel, I have no idea what he was doing. Really made no sense to me why he came all the way down here with no support, knowing that I was already up here, knowing that I had already seen the the enemy fleet and what was coming. So I have a feeling, though, that the wow, that Nagato just got smoked. I have a feeling that the Bismarck kind of tipped up our Sims here. I don't think he's going to hang around in that smoke, but if he did, it'd be a pretty good chance of killing him. Yeah, nope. So there's the Sims. You can see we just barely missed him. Lucky son of a gun. But one thing we've got here is a Bismarck that is thoroughly distracted and torpedoes. You can see his indicator is moving to the right, so I'm going to launch him a little bit long, and then I'm going to launch him short. And the hope here is that he's going to come around this side of this island and go herp derp and right into him. Because all we have up here is a Charles Martel and a Baltimore, which I'm assuming isn't visible. I'm going to try and get to this Charles Martel to actually smoke him up, but I don't know that we're going to get there before he goes. A quick look back. Yep, nope. So I will keep my smoke, and I'm not going to pop my smoke at this point because let's... Oh. Yes. That is going to be painful. Excellent torpedoes. 3 of them. 3 torpedoes. Now, to me... Oh, he's flooding. He is flooding. Yeah. All right. So those 2 floods. That's gonna make pretty good short work of him. And ooh, he's flooding away. Man, that looks rough. That looks rough. That's got to be the most frustrating thing as a battleship captain, is to have all of your, repair away a group of fires, and then all of a sudden, have a flood hit you. But that was really good. Now we know that there's a Sims over there. We know that there is a Fiji or an Edinburgh coming through. And oh, yes, down he goes, and we get a dev strike for that because no one else damaged him and because he ended up dying from it. That Edinburgh, we launched that Edinburgh. What is this? We launched while that Edinburgh was not visible. Now, the Sims is somewhere over there. The Edinburgh's obviously there. You've got Nagato there. This is actually a pretty good torpedo spread. At least, we can hope that it is. It was launched at just the right time without him being there. And again, that's that map situational awareness, which is a good thing to keep in mind. Now, because they are thoroughly distracted, I have no idea where that Sims is at. I can assume he's over there by our good friend, the Edinburgh. And that means, ooh, St. Louis now is over there. It looks like we're going to miss. Yeah, we missed. There's the Sims. So the Sims pops up at 7.7k away. And he's spotted. I'm not detected right now. I've got almost a full kilometer of detection range where, I'm not spotted. So there's no reason to get in a hurry here. Looks like Nagato is turning, so we will launch it at her. And because that Sims is basically ignoring me and charging up, I'm just going to keep going. And this is the reason why I didn't start firing. And this is the classic, what I'm going to call the classic Japanese destroyer tactics. Now, we're up to 65,000 damage, which is pretty dang good. We got a solo cap as well as a sink. Not too shabby. But wait, there's more. We're turning back around, and part of that is because you've got that Charles Martel that I have not... No, not Charles Martel. Saint Louis. And I have no idea where he's at. He's somewhere over there by the smoke. We can't see him, so it's going to be very difficult to figure out where he's at. Plus, they've got another destroyer that's, back over there. Okay, so Nagato and Edinburgh both managed to avoid that set of torpedoes. There's the St. Louis. Oh, what? Oh, come on. A fraction of a kilometer launched the other way. But had I known where the St. Louis was, I would have probably turned around and continued on my merry way, harassing people from behind. That is such a typical destroyer tactic for the Japanese destroyers. It's almost disgusting that I was able to do it in a match like this. There's no RPF in the match. At least if there is, it's not focused on me because I'm not close enough. But more importantly, there's everything that's a threat to me is far enough away that literally all that's in the way is a a battleship and a single cruiser, which if I never fired my guns, I could definitely get away with. I mean, oh my, those are looking pretty good too. Oh, maybe we'll get the St. Louis in this mess too. Man, that would be nice. That would be really nice. For sure, we're going to get at least one on the Nagato. Sorry, Nagato, if not more. I'm guessing more. I'm guessing at least 2. 1, 2. Well, there we go. So now he's... Oh. No. Dang. Well, you know what time it is. Is he flooding? Oh my, he's flooding. We're getting quite lucky with our gunnery here, with our torpedo hits and when they come in, because that's the second time I've hit a battleship in this match and not had a single, not had a flood took him. Oh my goodness, 103,795 damage and our second kill. So we're up to 5 torpedo strikes. We have Edinburgh, that is literally what I'm going to call danger close. 10K in an Edinburgh. We're very close to radar range if he was silly enough to actually take radar. Whoa, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to engage the St. Louis with our smoke. Now you'll notice I popped that smoke after I started firing. And the whole reason for that is I wanted to bait him into coming directly towards me. And that's because I launched a set of torpedoes straight ahead at him. And, oh, yeah, well, maybe we can get him to turn into one of... Oh, my. Oh, my. Look at this. We might get lucky with this. Just paying attention there. Oh, my. He's doing it. What is... Oh, well, now he's on fire twice. What? Oh, he turned at the last minute, was able to avoid it. C'est la vie, as the French would say. Well, now we've got a problem because we are definitely within the St. Louis range. We're not in his hydro range. I'm not sure if he's actually carrying hydro. We're gonna try shooting a AP at him because soft side armor. Nope, not that effective. So we're back to HE here. But we're getting close to his hydro range if he's got it. We are also getting very, 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 very close to running out of our smoke timer, so we need to bail. And we've got plenty of distance between him and I, and 124,000 damage. So we're launching a set of torpedoes, and you can see we've got a pretty good spread going here. And we're going to go out the back side of this and away from the direction of the Sims, and then we're going to kind of feint back. And the whole idea of this is... Oh. Okay. We're going to... Come on. Bait. Come on. Yes. 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 Successful bait. Oh my. I think this is the end of the poor St. Louis. And this is the only damage that I take all match. Yep. Bye-bye. Boom. 135,913 damage. And successful bait was successful. We got 3 kills. And you can see this is one of the many examples in which torpedoes on the Japanese destroyers seem to come out ahead, but you got to put them, you've got to successfully put them in places where they aren't going to expect them. And one of the other things is, German battleships almost always pop their hydro as they're going into a cap, especially at the beginning of a match. And so hitting a German battleship at the higher tiers with the hydroacoustic like a Bismarck, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Not impossible. You're going to have to catch him mid-turn with them, but definitely not something that you're just going to be able to do on a whim. And the key to that is when you launch the first set, he'd already burned his hydro. By the time your next set is up, he's kind of SOL because he's like every other battleship and is going to easily run into the next set if he's not prepared for it. Now, this is a perfect example of a place where I could have been shooting and doing damage, but decided not to, and then he went away. Well, we're going to win this match anyway, and it's about to take over to 1,000. So this is going to be our final score, 135,913 damage. Yep. 9,407 XP. Woo! Look at all those bonuses. 2,056 base XP with those 3 sinks. There you can see torpedoes did 70,000 damage. The rest was almost entirely in floods. And there's a credit and XP screen. Anyway, as I've said before, Akatsuki is by far one of my favorite Japanese destroyers. It's at the right place and it's in the right tier with the right set of skills to be an extremely powerful destroyer. I definitely prefer over Shiratsu. Anyway, I'm your Peacekeeper. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.